Hey guys, welcome to another pick a card. My name is Johanna. Welcome to Tenacious Soul. This is going to be a pick a card for September of 2022. So we are going to grab general messages, just kind of like overall themes, other little messages that need to come out, as well as look specifically at money, career, projects, school as well if you're in school, and then love and relationships, and then any sort of like spiritual guidance or messages that need to come out about, just spiritual path and things you might need to know. So we have 3 piles. Timestamps will be down below. So if you need to pause this video at any point in time to pick and choose the pile that you want to go with, we have 3, like I said. So we have pile number 1 here with this rose quartz heart crystal. We have pile number 2 with this moonstone crystal. And we have pile number 3 with this moon crystal. I always screw up how I say this, but it's like charcoite or something like that. This crystal reminds me of a high priestess energy. So yeah, take your time to intuitively choose. Let me know down below which one you do choose and if it resonates. But yeah, whenever you're ready, I will see you all in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose the rose quartz crystal, heart crystal. This is going to be your reading for September 2022. I am going to put these ones aside because these are kind of the more specific messages. We're going to get into the general messages first for the month. It is general, so obviously take what resonates, leave the rest. You can also come back to this reading at a later date as well. So let's kind of see where we go for you, group 1 for September 2022. We have the Mountain. So this card specifically talks about like ascending or rising or moving to new heights. The kind of like caution with this is to make sure that it's more like that there's not an ego aspect to it. So sometimes with this card, it's like you can get to new heights, but it's like there's like an ego attachment of like I'm better than other people who aren't at the top. So being cautious of that. It also can be like perfectionism, like trying to strive for like perfect. But it also can indicate that like the beauty is kind of like within this mountain. Like this person is standing inside the mountain, inside the cave, right? And so it's like the beauty and the good things and all the good stuff is within. So it almost feels like remembering that you have everything that you need inside of you. Is kind of giving me like the hermit vibes, but it's like you have everything that you need inside of you to get yourself to these new heights, but don't let it like inflate your ego is kind of what I'm getting off of it. Okay, because I do feel like you guys have the ability in September to kind of like gain, I almost like gain a new perspective, but ascend to a higher level in something, like move forward in something somehow, or even start something which helps boost you. But you're being boosted because there's something within you that has leveled you up in some way, or like it's kind of like, it's not your credentials, it's like the way that you go about something. Okay, so it's like it's what you bring to the table specifically, rather than like, I guess like a designation or a title. We also have Mars with action. Okay, so Mars is currently in Gemini. It will be for the next 7 months. So some of you may have Mars in Gemini, but you can also just look maybe where Gemini is in your chart, and that'll show you where kind of maybe you're taking some action, or there could be some, Mars can be influencing the aspect of Gemini in your chart right now. It'll be transiting through that house. But Mars is all about taking action. It can be competition, and this card talks about that as well, like competitiveness. So there could be something you're competing or striving for that you really want to accomplish or achieve, or you have this sense of like drive to go after something in September. We also have self-mastery. This is solar plexus energy. And this is all about, again, just like that masculine drive of energy. So some of you have this like, again, there's something you're trying to achieve. Now this could be something even within like your, like a personal goal, or it could be a physical goal. But it's like, I feel like you're expressing, or you're outwardly expressing like your power in some way, shape, or form. But again, making sure that we don't get into this like aspect of the ego. So some of you won't need to worry about that. It's like not in your nature necessarily to do it, but just, it's one of those things to just kind of be cautious of like how we are presenting ourselves. We have Clover, number 21. It says, release your guilt. So for some of you, I feel like this is because you're gaining, like this might be what you're working through in order to gain this power. Again, there's this fire in the back, right? So it's like you're gaining almost like a sense of confidence, or like this sense of a passion or a burning, like there's a burning desire to move forward and kind of regain confidence and let go of maybe something that is causing you some form of guilt, or something that you I'm almost even getting shame, like something you feel negatively about. It's like you're releasing that. We'll see what else kind of pops up here for you, group 1. We have first quarter moon in Leo, be humble. Yeah, that's that like competitive, ego-y type vibe that I'm getting here. Lots of fire energy here for you, group 1. So some of you could definitely have fire in your chart. But yeah, there's a lot of fire in this reading. But also, I feel like if it's not fire that you have in your chart, it could be any, like, I mean, obviously we all have the different elements, but there's just like a lot of motivation. And so there's this fiery aspect to yourself where I just feel like it's coming out of like your will, your drive to accomplish something. And in that, it's like you're letting go of an old piece of yourself with this, whatever you're releasing. I also feel like this with Clover, it's like luck is on your side, right? Like I'm getting like a 4-leaf clover. It's like good things are like coming to you, or you're working towards good things. Like things are, based on the actions that you're taking, the things are starting to work in your favor this month. So there could be kind of this like forward progression. Again, I was getting that with the mountain and the Mars energy. It's like, but the forward progression and the leveling up is coming based off of like, it's showing up because you're doing the work. And then I pulled some tea leaf cards. So these can be kind of specific sometimes, so just take them as they resonate. But we have hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. We also have broken wishbone, a wish will not be granted. And we have pale, time to get out of a situation. So yeah, some of you may be, again, like leaving something or getting out of some sort of a situation this month because it's just not working out. Some of you might have maybe hoped or wished that this would work out, but it's like, I think someone could be helping you get out of a situation, or there could be this sense of like needing assistance to get out of a situation. It's like you got the short end of the stick in something. But I think you're on your way to, you're like getting yourself out, right? Because the pale makes me think that like, it's giving me the image of like a boat with a bunch of water in it. And it's like, you might've felt like you were drowning or like sinking, right? And so it's like, you're having to kind of shovel your way out. And I think you're doing that with this action and this Mars energy. It's like you're getting yourself out of some sort of a situation that just wasn't working for you. It didn't turn out the way that you like hoped or wanted it to. So interesting kind of message I feel like though it's almost like this situation that you're getting out of is actually pushing you more into your power though. Like it's actually working in your favor because I feel like it taught you something. It's teaching you about your strength and your perseverance that you have to get through situations. So now we're going to get into the different like categories. We're going to get into money, career, projects, finances, school, that sort of thing. So I've pulled an oracle and also some tarot cards here. So group 1, we have forgiveness when it comes to your money, career, finances. We also have the Hierophant. We have the Fool. And we have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're leaving something behind. There's this sense of like needing to forgive and release something. And it could be something with this 5 of Cups that's like caused a sense of sadness, disappointment, maybe a sense of loss, or it's something that didn't work out in your favor, something that you were maybe hoping would work out for you. It could have been emotional a little bit for you as well. Like for some of you, this is like you're leaving a job. You could be leaving and starting a brand new job or starting at a new institution with the Fool and the Hierophant, because this Fool is leaping towards the Hierophant. So there's some sort of like, it feels like you're entering a more stable position, even if you feel like, things haven't been working out when it comes to your money, your career, finances. I also like the Hierophant here is Taurus energy, so it's like there could be a change when it comes to your finances. Again, I feel like something didn't work out. You need to forgive and forget and let that go. Release that, especially if you're holding on to guilt, like you feel like you put yourself in a certain situation that maybe you shouldn't have. This feels like you are getting yourself out of that situation. I feel like you're rectifying it, you're figuring it out. So there definitely could be a change to what it is that you value. I also feel like for some of you, there could be something with regards to like your resources or what it is that you value, that you're changing something. The Fool's giving me this word of change. And you're coming out of this 5 of Cups and moving into a more stable situation, but I just feel like something hasn't worked for you. We also have 2 5s. The Hierophant and the 5 of Cups are both 5s, so 5s also talk about change. But it's about forgiving either yourself or this situation that you've gone through, or just like, letting go of that and taking action in a bold new way, or just like starting something new and just moving on when it comes to your money, your career. It also could be like entering a new schooling program as well, or teaching something. So I just feel like maybe whatever's been holding you back, or whatever you've been feeling guilty or holding on to emotionally when it comes to your finances, or something that hasn't worked out for you, it's like time to let that go in September so that you can step into this new energy and rebuild your finances and create that stability and that strong foundation for yourself. Again, it's like that taking that action. This is the Fool is also Uranus energy, and the Hierophant is Taurus. So, and Uranus is in Taurus. So there could have been something very disruptive that like immediately changed your situation, and it's pushing you into something new now. Like Uranus is unexpected things that can kind of just happen. When it's in Taurus, it disrupts our finances, it disrupts our stability, our foundation of things. And so for some of you, there could have been a situation that came up financially for you that was unexpected, and it's kind of pushing you in this new direction that I actually feel like is going to be good, because I'm really drawn to the Sun here. But there is a sense of loss at the same time with this 5 of Cups, or something that like didn't work out with the change, but it's bringing you into a different direction that I feel like is a little bit better for you. So release anything that feels like emotionally it's been kind of holding you back, or forgive yourself, that sort of thing. If there's been any hard challenges that you've gone through financially, or within your money, your career, your job, your business, whatever, school, release that, because you're stepping into better energy and you're going to be able to build that foundation for yourself as well. Yeah, I just feel like this could be definitely what this is kind of talking about. But let's see what's going on in your relationships. So love and relationships, this could be anybody in your life if you're not looking for love. But again, we have an oracle here, and we have tarot. We have your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So this reminds me of like the magician energy. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So again, more of that fire energy. I feel like you're very magnetic at this time with this 8 of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Some of you definitely could be manifesting a new relationship or a commitment, even if you're dating someone. So this feels like you are in this space of like your relationships are moving forward in a good direction because of the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. And I just feel like, again, you're starting to embrace this confident sense of self, which is, I feel, really helping you move forward in your connections. It feels in a way there's like a breakthrough kind of this month, like things really start to take off. But again, remember to be humble. Remember to, remember it's like what's within, right? So making sure that we're not getting into like even superficial type of energy as well. But it really feels like you're going to maybe start connecting with someone this month, that you've manifested this situation. I also feel like the types of relationships that you truly want to be a part of, it's like you're rewriting your romantic story, or you're rewriting your relationships in your life. The relationships in your life could be changing, but they're changing for the better. And this is because you've been intentional about who or what types of relationships you're trying to bring into your life. So there's a strong sense of like things on an emotional level moving forward in a really positive way. It's like even just like with friends and family, like feeling supported, like it's just good, supportive, happy, celebratory type of energy, that it's like you could feel really social this month as well, going out a lot, lots of communication. But again, you're kind of like magnetizing with the Queen of Wands. It's like you're magnetic. There's this fiery, attractive type of energy that you're kind of embodying, that is helping you create better relationships. So this feels like a very bold month for you, group 1. Some of you might have looked at group 2 as well. Very bold month. That's like kind of breaking you out of your shell a little bit. Things might have been kind of tough for a little while, I almost feel, and then like September shows up and it's like you're like, I'm going to take action, I'm going to go, I'm going to do. It could be this Mars energy, definitely like this Mars and Gemini energy, just really moving forward. Lots of communication, right? Like things really kind of taking off. But I feel like it's working in your favor. I would say just like don't get ahead of yourself is kind of what the energy feels like. But at the same time, I also feel like you're releasing this like 5 of Cups, this guilt, something that you've maybe experienced. It feels kind of relatively recent. I would say like within the last 5 months, it's something that you've experienced, or maybe the last 5 months have been kind of challenging and tough, but things are starting to kind of pick up. But it's like because you're making the changes yourself, you're putting in that effort and you're initiating things. So definitely I feel like if you are looking for a relationship, I feel like there's potentially someone you could start communicating. I feel like there's a lot of attraction. There's a lot of connection. Like the two of you are really connecting together well. You enjoy your time with this person. And it feels like things could take off. Some of you could enter a relationship this month. And if it's just like family and friends, it's like your relationships are improving, or there's a lot of, again, you could be just very social at this time because, again, there's just this good, vibrant energy about you, and probably with the people as well that you're spending time with, like they're in a high vibe. So it's like you and the people you're with are in higher vibrations. So I like it because it feels like it's healthy, you know? That's what it feels like. It feels healthy. So last, we're going to look at the spiritual kind of guidance or a message or something that needs to just extra that needs to come through for you. Usually it's kind of like my intentions around like a healing message or something that you need to kind of hear to help you through the month. So again, we have an oracle and some tarot. So we have psychic development, number 5. We have the 8 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So yeah, some of you need to embrace your psychic gifts a little bit more. With this King of Swords coming out, it's almost like you might be really in your head or just very logical at this point in time, which could be hindering the psychic component, because you're thinking about things from a logical perspective rather than just like this feminine flowing. Like King of Swords is masculine energy. Because I feel like there's almost like a spiritual path or a path that you could be wanting to go down. And if you are tapping into your psychic gifts, and this is like something you're working on with the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles, it feels like, again, you're just thinking about things from a very logical perspective, like trying to, so like, for example, if you're getting into like astrology, it's like you're trying to understand all of the meanings, but it's like you're not letting your intuition come through because you're so being very logical about it. Or like, let's say you want to work on your psychic gifts or your intuition. It's like you're reading all the books about it, but you're not necessarily like implementing it and feeling it and just like trying to tap into it. It's like you're just studying it. And you also might be trying to be perfect. There was that perfectionism. Okay, so your psychic gifts usually come through when there's more flow, right? You're more receptive. And so I do feel like you're wanting to improve, like for whoever this is for with this 8 of Cups, it's like you are trying to enhance it. You are trying to improve it. Some of you could be trying to make it like a career or a business out of this as well. But I would say if you're struggling with it, it's like it could be because you're coming at it from a very logical place versus this more feminine flowing place. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's just like the energy around being in the mind versus being like in the soul, you know? Because like, I know for me, like sometimes I read, you know, when I'm reading tarot, it's like I say things, I'm like, this, I don't even know if this makes sense. Like I'm just it's whatever came to me. And people usually are like, that totally makes sense. Like it's exactly what's happening or whatever, right? But if you're too, like if I was so logical about it, I wouldn't even maybe say it, and then I might miss a big component for some people, right? So just making sure that you're kind of tapping into that more like feminine, creative, some of you as well, like doing things more creatively rather than like with like a true purpose. So tapping into the creativity, because both Cups and Pentacles are creative and feminine energies. So it's like needing to maybe tap into that a little bit more, whether that is like art or anything really that you find creative in your life. Anything that you find fun. Just feels like there's a lot of structure around something that requires you to get out of structure, I guess. Feminine energy is not structured. It's more free-flowing. Masculine energy is very structured. So yeah, I just feel like if you're trying to enhance your gifts or trying to improve your gifts, pay attention to see if you're very much in the logical mental space and trying to just like understand it versus feeling it, if that makes any sense. But overall, I feel like September is a really big month for you, Group 1, to just start taking action and making the changes that you wish to have. Don't be afraid of the changes. Let go of things that haven't worked in the past, right? That doesn't predict your future, right? So I do feel like there's a situation that you're kind of like pulling yourself out of, but it's to bring you into a more stable foundation, or it's allowing you to rebuild in a more stable way. And I do feel like you're ascending, you're evolving, you're growing, and your relationships are looking really good this month. Like they're looking really healthy. So if you've done the work around, healing relationships or setting boundaries, or if you're in the space of trying to manifest better relationships, I feel like you're on the right path with that. So just keep doing what you're doing, and the right people will show up for you, and it'll feel good, right? Like with the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Cups, it'll feel good, these people. So that is pretty much what I have for you, group number 1. Hopefully that resonates. If not, you can check out any of the piles. I did go through 3 different areas of life, so maybe one of the other piles will have a different message in like the love section or the career section, whatever. But yeah, if it didn't resonate, it's just not your message. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing. Thanks so much for being here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful September. I will be doing sign readings as well, individual sign readings for September, so if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so that you can get those reads as well. Okay, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Hi group 2, welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose the Moonstone Crystal. This is going to be your reading for September 2022. I am going to put these aside because these are the individual section messages, and we're going to go through the general messages first with the oracles here. So take what resonates, obviously leave the rest. You guys can check out any of the other piles as well for different messages. But yeah, let's get into it, group 2. So we have the Mask. So this card talks about, a lot of times we think of like a mask and we think of like people hiding things. This card can talk about that, or can talk about, you know, being cautious of people around you wearing masks or trying on different identities, right? But really what this mask card talks about in this deck is about the mask that you put on is what you're actually revealing. Like it's a part of yourself that you're revealing. It's a sense of an expression. So it's like an artistic expression of who you are that maybe you've been hiding. Okay, so people might think that you're putting on a facade or a mask, but maybe it's actually who you really truly are deep down, but you've hid it from people. So this is like trying on a new way of like being, in a way. And so some of you could still be in this like suppressed space where you're hiding still a piece of yourself, and you need to put this mask on to reveal your true colors and who you are deep down inside. Okay, so there's something about like a part of you that wants to be revealed, an authentic part of you that wants to be revealed, rather than it's like a deceptive quality. I feel like it's deceptive because you've suppressed who you truly are. So some of you could even just be like very creative this month, or needing to step into your creativity. This card also talks about the fact that like a lot of times we haven't put the mask on because we have felt rejected, or feel like we would be rejected for who we really are. Okay, so yeah, kind of take that and see. We'll see how this kind of like fits in here. We have Capricorn. We have the Boss. So this is about like ambition. It's also about structure and foundations, and very traditional. It's earth energy. It also talks about like building a reputation, being very disciplined. It's Saturn energy, so being very disciplined, structured. Yeah, I almost feel like this is maybe who you've been expressing yourself to be, is this very like rigid, structured, put together energy, but it's like there's a creative aspect to you that may need to come through, like a not so structured version of yourself, not having to be perfect, really embodying like your boss self, but also this like creative, fun self. You don't have to be so serious. The first card, or the first word, is serious. We also have Angels and Masters. So this is the Soul Star chakra. We also have number 26, which says feather, think before you judge. Yeah, I almost feel like there's a fear of being judged, or a fear of what people think that's coming through. Yeah, we have New Moon in Taurus, know your worth. So this is, there's a lot of earth energy here. Earth and air. I think there's like a new part of yourself. Well, it's new. It's not new. It's maybe new to other people, but it's been within you this whole time. It's a part of you that wants to be expressed. I wouldn't be surprised if the Judgment card shows up in your reading somewhere today, group 2. But I feel like there's a sense of you needing to know your value, know your worth, be strong in your foundation and your roots of who you are, and you won't be afraid to express this part of yourself. Some of you could also find that you sometimes are judgmental, and that could be why you have this fear of being judged, because it's usually like there's a reflection there, there's a mirroring happening in your life. But I feel like you're supported at this time with this Angels and Masters. It's number 33. I feel like you're supported at this time. I almost feel too like they're trying to push you in this direction of like starting or embodying your authenticity a little bit more this month in September. I also pulled tea leaf cards here, so these can be kind of specific, so we'll see. We'll take what resonates, obviously. We have Torch. It says spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So something could be like coming to light here. Like a realization almost. We have Fair Man. Dealings or relationships with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Can also be female as well, being that this is a general reading, so just like a fair individual, but could also be a man. And we have Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. So it's almost like there could be a new person coming into your life with these 3 cards. I also feel for some of you, there could be this could be you as well, this fair individual. I also feel like though there could be a new idea, or someone might say something to you that like sparks this like new idea, or like when I get like news of a birth or a new business, it's like it could also be like a new person. It's anything new. It's brand new. And it's in its like early stages, you know? I just feel like for some of you this is like really asking you to step into this new energy. And I think it's going to help you like embody like some more stability. It's going to help improve your finances because you're being authentic. It's like you can be both, you know, you can be artistic and you can also be this like Capricorn structured boss type person, right? Have a business, do this, do that, you know, be on top of your shit. But like, you can also be this creative, fun, loving individual. Like, it doesn't have to be so rigid. I'm getting a very rigid energy off of this Capricorn. And so it's almost saying like you can be both, right? To fully embody your highest form, your truest self. So there's it seems like there's a part of you that you're maybe like kind of suppressing or shutting out potentially. And it could be because you're fearing being judged, maybe by close friends or family or something like that. Okay. But as long as you know your worth, it doesn't matter. So we're going to get into money, career, projects, business, school, however that kind of looks for you. Group 2. So we have an oracle and then we have some tarot. So your oracle is beauty. So that's kind of like more Taurus, Libra energy. It makes me think of like the Empress. We also have the 4 of Cups. We have the Hermit and we have the 8 of Swords. Yeah, there's like something you're hiding. You're keeping something in hermit mode. There's something really wonderful that wants to come to the surface here, I feel. But there's like a fear. There's a fear around this. I think you're thinking about it, you're contemplating it. Again, this could be about expression as well. Like fear of expressing yourself, because you might feel like you're holding yourself back with this Eight of Swords. But there's this Four of Cups could even be this new opportunity, this new business idea, okay? But I think it requires a sense of expression somehow, or it requires you to show yourself or reveal yourself in some way that maybe makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. I feel like it's coming up with this Hermit because it's like asking you to heal yourself in some way, or like heal this aspect within yourself. So there's like a limiting, like, I don't want to say, maybe belief with the Eight of Swords, like a limiting factor here that's holding you back from stepping into your true power and your true value and knowing your worth and your value. I also feel like with the Hermit is on this quest for this star energy, the star. What you realize on the Hermit, the journey of the Hermit, is that that's the star quality, the star energy, that bright, beautiful self. It's all within you. Like all of that is within you. You had everything you needed all along, right? It's going on that inner journey, that inner quest. And so I think for a lot of you, this is like realizing, again, your beauty, your value, what you have to offer, your uniqueness that makes you you is what is helping you. It's not so much about credentials and like, I own a business, or I'm accomplished, or I finished this program, or whatever. It's about, what do you bring to the table? What's your uniqueness? What's your beauty that you bring to the table here? So there's something that wants to be brought out of you. And I think that if you continue to kind of like suppress whatever this is and continue to hide, then you're going to be maybe feeling dissatisfied. Like you'll continue to feel unhappy or dissatisfied or discontent with your situation because you haven't truly let yourself out to shine or to play or to just enjoy the whole process. It's like all of you is not being expressed. So it feels like it's kind of more like with regards to like a career or a business. Some of you as well could be in a job and there's like a part of you that wants to go do something else. Okay. And so it's like you'll always be unhappy in your job until you fully embody this part of yourself that wants to come out and shine and play. So, interesting message for your money, your career. But there's a part of you that wants to be expressed for sure. So let's see what's going on in your relationships, love and relationships. So this could obviously be romantic, but it can also be friendships, family. We'll kind of see what the messages are. So take it how it resonates. If you're not looking for love, then this definitely could be, or if you're not looking for a love message, this could definitely be more of a friends, family type situation. So we have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. We have the Five of Swords, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Page of Swords. So lots of being in your head around relationships here. So I do feel like there's obviously karmic relationships. The karmic relationships are usually relationships we're meant to like learn something through. With this Five of Swords and then literally this conflict, it feels like there's something that goes on with a relationship this month, whether it's romantic or not, that it almost feels like maybe somebody says something. This could be you or someone else. Like someone says something in the situation and it like causes a sense of conflict. And I almost feel like there's either a separation that happens or there's like a healing that needs to happen. Like I feel like there's a sense of like time apart. it also, if it's not something that someone said, I mean, someone could say something, but there's a realization at the same time. If it's not something someone said, there's this realization that like there's a big difference here. Like you're both kind of like with this polarity. It's giving me like two energies kind of like pulling apart. Like they're so different. And so there's like a clash almost. And I'm getting almost like a resistance, like a pulling, and there's just this like heavy, heavy resistance between the two energies. So there definitely could be some conflict in your relationships. Now, this could be like a family member. This could be a friend. This doesn't have to be romantic, but there's a close relationship that is a karmic relationship. And it's almost like you're on two different planets. It's like for some reason you can't get on the same page. And I feel like there's a sense of realizing that. There's definitely some sort of conflict. There's also stress. So your relationships could be stressing you out this month. And so you may decide to take a break from people or certain people in your life because there's just too much conflict. It's not serving you in a positive way. It's stressing you out more than it is that you're benefiting. But with this Page of Swords, I think you're learning things at the same time. Like you're learning from these situations. There's growth on a personal level. But I do feel like there's some form of a conversation with all this air energy. These like a conversation or a message that's sent that I almost feel like it creates a bit of conflict here. Even with this feather is air energy. Think first before you judge. You may feel like someone's judging you or someone is being harsh, or maybe someone feels that way about you. You may also not feel fully seen in your relationships, right? Especially if you've got this kind of stuff going on. Like if you're suppressing a piece or an aspect of yourself, you may feel like you put on this hard exterior, this Capricorn, like I've got everything together, but underneath it's like you might not be feeling seen or appreciated. But I just see you wanting to take a break from all the noise. So you might have some conflicting relationships this month, or just arguments or challenges when it comes to relationships. Could be potentially with a fair man, who knows? But I think this is about knowing when to step away, when to kind of clear your energy, clear your space from these people. Honestly, it could be love, but it's like it's not pointing out anything super specific when it comes to like love, relationships. This could be any type of a relationship here. So take it however it resonates. Now I will say that group 1 had a very different love and relationship section. So if this is not resonating with you, you could check out group 1. I haven't obviously done group 3, so I don't know about that pile yet, but yeah. I think you're being supported here though. Like I do feel like there's a sense of like the universe, your guides, spirit, whatever, God is really working, I almost said through you, like with you, you know? So like, but they really want you to start seeing your worth, seeing your value. I think it's coming up. I think it's hitting both spots here, this worth and this value, and this mask that you need to put on, this part of yourself that you need to express and show. Let's see what's going on in the spiritual message. So this can be spiritual guidance, things that you need to know, any additional little things that kind of come up. It's usually kind of like more of like a healing spiritual journey type message. So again, we have an oracle here and we have tarot. So we have number 3, slow and steady. So 33, we have number 3. Yeah. So we have slow and steady. So we have 6 of Swords. We have the 2 of Pentacles. And we have the King of Cups. So you are making changes. I feel like if you're feeling like things aren't going anywhere, or things feel stuck, or things feel stagnant, like things are moving. You are moving into a better place. You are creating the right changes. I feel like you're going to start to gain a strong sense of control over your emotions, or just feel like, some of you may really start to feel like emotionally fulfilled. I also think you're slowly making changes when it comes to you expressing yourself. Some of you have maybe had too much control over this, right? Like you've been, like I said, suppressing an aspect of yourself. I think with this King of Cups coming out, it's saying that slowly and steadily you will start to be coming out of your shell and making changes and moving forward. I also, with the Six of Swords here, and we have the Five of Swords here, you will be coming out of conflict with these people, whether that means that they're leaving your life, or that means that you resolve things, because there is this Four of Swords, so there's this sense of healing. You're coming out of that conflict one way or another, and that's going to help you feel more balanced emotionally. It's going to help you feel more in control of your emotions. It's just going to help you. It might take a bit of time. With that slow and steady, or maybe you've been on this journey for a little while already when it comes to your emotions. But I feel like, I think you're going to start to open yourself up again here. Love-wise, you could be moving forward and meeting someone new with this King of Cups, or there could be this sense of like starting to become emotionally available. So if you're single and you're not in a relationship and you've had some karmic situations when it comes to love, I feel like you're doing some healing work. You're learning through these relationships, which is helping you become more emotionally grounded and stable, and therefore you're going to also attract that in, because our outside world is a reflection of our internal world, right? So there is this sense of growth here for you, and evolution, and having kindness and compassion, and stepping into this creative, getting out of this like earthy, like practical energy and this air energy, and stepping into this more compassionate, intuitive, creative sense of yourself. There's a big difference of like this King of Cups versus this Capricorn energy. Like just again, this one's like very structured and posh and like put together, and and this guy's like, he's doing and wearing and sitting wherever he wants. He doesn't care if his pants get wet. Like, he's doing what he wants to do in that moment, or needs to do in that moment, versus what he thinks people think he should do, So there's a sense of like a softening to your energy, slowly and steadily. So if you're getting a little frustrated with your path, I do feel like you're making changes, and you're making good changes, and you are heading in the right direction. But there's something about this expression of self that really needs to come through here. So I feel like relationships will be resolving in some way. I also feel like there's an opportunity here to step into this new energy, potentially in your career, that you might have an idea, and as long as you can kind of get out of your own way and not be afraid to express yourself and not be fearful of being judged by people, then I think it can work out for you. Because there's something almost like unique, or something unique about you, or something about your energy that you're suppressing that needs to be shined, which is going to help you level up. And I think you're being guided to do that as well. The Six of Swords, this Angels and Masters, it's like you're being guided to do this, and to open up and to express a part of yourself that maybe you've kind of kept hidden. You've kept it in the shadows out of fear. So it kind of sounds rough, but at the same time, I actually feel like it's really good. I think there's a lot of healing and a lot of growth here. So as long as you're embracing that, I think this is really, you'll get through the tough times. There's also not any there's the Hermit, but other than that, there's no major arcana, which is telling me that these are all small little bumps in the road that you can definitely get through. And as long as you're willing to put in the energy and the effort and the work during this Virgo season, and while planets are all in Virgo, like if you're willing to put the work in and do the self-reflection and do the healing work, then things will work out for you, group 2. Okay, so hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out any of the other piles, as I did go through kind of the 3 different sections, so there might be some different messages in other piles. But if not, make sure you are subscribed so that you can check out any of the individual zodiac sign readings that I'm going to do for the month of September as well. Okay, so hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. If not, thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Hi, group number 3, welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this moon charcoite, I don't know if I'm saying that right, crystal. This is going to be your reading for September 2022. So I'm actually going to put these aside because these are the 3 individuals, like kind of sections we're going to go through. But we're going to go through the general messages in the oracles here first. So it is general reading, so take what resonates, obviously leave the rest. If it does not resonate, you can check out any of the other piles to see if there's some messages in there for you as well. But let's get started. Group 3. So we have the vessel. So this talks about like a container. So for example, a vessel could be your body. It contains things. Organs, that sort of thing. It can also be like a cup is a vessel for water, right? So I feel like this card is about asking, is there anything that needs to be repaired? Is it broken? Like, what type of shape is the vessel in? Is it empty? Is it full? Right? Too tight? Is there no vessel at all? Because in order to do any sort of like healing, or to even just have a sense of stability, the vessel needs to be strong and firm and a good foundation. And the other thing as well is it talks about like protection, right? So like if our vessel is strong, it protects. Like, so again, you look at the body. If the body is strong, it protects the organs. It protects the insides of us. So some of you could be trying to, getting a couple different messages. So some of you, this is about your physical body. Okay. So making sure that you're looking after your vessel. Others of you, this is about like, if you're trying to, I don't want to say start something, but like if you're working on something or you're moving in some sort of a direction, it's like, is there something that needs to be, like, is there a strong foundation to this? Is like, you know, the container and the contents is kind of what I'm getting. So it's like, you have to first have the container before you can have the contents. Otherwise it's just going to spill out everywhere, right? The container has to be in a good space. So there's something to that. Let's see if it kind of comes out in any other cards here of like what this is kind of talking about. But there's something about like nurturing or looking after something in order to build upon it or to like protect something. Let's see. We have Saturn with wisdom. So this is Capricorn and Aquarian energy as well. So this talks about like structure, discipline, time, responsibility. It's also our ambition and like things we want to go after, like, and it teaches us lessons. It's masculine energy, like it's like the father. There's also this sense of like traditional aspects here as well. It's interesting, this card even says container, because it's also the bones. So if you, again, you look at the body, the bones are the container, well, the skin too, but the bones are the container of like, let's say even like your organs sit in your pelvic and your thoracic cavity, right? So there's something about like having structure around something here. We also have creativity, number 10. So this is the sacral chakra energy. So that's feminine energy. But again, it's like inside the body. And even when it comes to feminine energy, feminine is internal energy, masculine's external energy, right? I'm getting this, I'm getting like a sentence, and it's saying, oh, what was it? I just had it. It's basically, it's like, you have to know what you're trying to create before you can create it. So it's like you need the structure, or like you need the outline first before you can write the whole story, right? It's like you got to know where you're going before you go there. There's something around that. We have number 27, which says the witch, justice is coming. We also have first quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. I'm just going to move this up here. There we go. Things are going to work out for you here, but I do feel like there's a need for balance with this justice energy here. A balance of the masculine and the feminine. There's something about like the container, the contents, the masculine and the feminine, the polarity almost is what I'm picking up on. And there's also something about like safety here. Maybe not feeling safe, or needing, if you have more structure, or like there's a sense of safety or surety even. Because with this Cancer, even Cancer's feminine energy, right? It's water, push through any insecurity, and we have creativity. So it's like, in order to be able to create or put yourself out there, or like be more in that feminine flow, you have to feel safe. And masculine energy makes feminine energy feel safe, so that the feminine energy can fully embody what it's like, its flow, right? Masculine energy is like the protector. There could be something around your relationships as well, with all this masculine feminine stuff coming out. But there's something about like not feeling safe to express oneself, or yeah, getting the container first. This is a very interesting message. It's almost like if you might feel unprepared. So if you, and I'm putting this in like kind of more practical terms. So it's like if you're starting a business, let's say, okay, so if we put this into business terms, it's like, or like career, it's like there might be something you want to start, or something you want to express, or something you want to do, but there's not that sense of security or safety, or feeling of like, you don't feel maybe ready. There's an insecurity almost, like, yeah. And so you're being asked to like really kind of like even if it's an idea, it's like really think it through, so you have a sense of like a foundation, so then you can start to build upon that. And if this is relationships, I feel like it's like finding a relationship that feels safe, so that you can express yourself fully and feel confident, or feel safe to express yourself. There's something around that as well. So there's balancing out these energies, because it feels like there's something out of balance here. So your vessel is not fully being looked after. Some of you as well, this is just your masculine, your feminine energy within yourself needs to be balanced out, looking after your body, maybe an insecurity or something like that. Like there's something about like you and your energy being out of balance and needing to bring that into balance. And it could be healing the more of the masculine energy, so that you can fully express your feminine energy. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. But we also have these tea leaf cards. So these can be kind of specific. So we'll see kind of what they are. Obviously take what resonates. We have kite with vacation. So some of you could be going on a vacation this month. We have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. And we have fly, a period of ill health and depression. Yeah, there's something that's like out of balance here. Something that needs to be healed. You could be feeling, some of you need a vacation because you're feeling down about, or you just need a break because you're feeling down about something that hasn't worked out. I feel like there's kind of this sadness a little bit. But I think things are going to work out for you here. There's a sense of something coming back into balance or harmony. But definitely having to heal an aspect. Like, get that foundation. This also could be like working on your root chakra. So that you can, and the root and the sacral go together, right? You have to have that firm, stable foundation to express your creative aspects here. So, interesting message. Hopefully this is making sense for you guys. It feels very like cryptic in a way, like really metaphorical. Anyway, so we're going to get into money, career, projects, school, that sort of thing. So we have an oracle here and tarot. So we have willpower. There's that like masculine, assertive type of energy. Yeah, you're needing the strength here. We have Knight of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like what's lacking is actually the masculine energy. And I don't want to say it's lacking. It's not that it's not there. I just feel like the feminine energy is your strong suit. Like the creative, more fun, feminine side of you is the strong suit, because the Queen of Cups is coming out and then we have the Knight of Wands. So I almost feel like there's an inconsistency here as well. So some of you, with regards to your money, your career, there could be this sense of like inconsistency. Whether that's a financial inconsistency, like feeling like you don't have enough all the time, or it's like coming and going really quickly, the money. But it also could just be your energy. Pentacles can be energy and time. So you might go through periods of like lots of busyness and then parts of rest. And so it might take a lot of willpower to take action sometimes. Like it might take a lot of energy. I'm getting a lot of like the energy like fluctuating of what is like what you're trying to do or take action on. I also feel like you're getting caught up on what hasn't worked in the past. And you're needing to kind of break free of that. There's something you may want to create now, but there's something from the past, like an experience that you had that's holding you back from really embodying this new energy that you want to step into. Something creative, possibly. So there's something about needing discipline, time, energy, because it kind of feels all over the place. So it's like there's no structure, right? I'm getting into that again. There's no structure. The container is not, you've got the contents, but the container is all over the place. And so it's not stable enough to hold it. It's not consistent enough to hold it and create a stable foundation here. So this could even be like maybe the way you're, so if you go on a money perspective, it's like the way you're spending money is all over the place. Maybe there's no structure. You don't have a budget. Like Saturn would be like, get a budget. So therefore you run into periods of time where you don't have enough, or there's like the foundation of your finances is not good or not stable, or you don't feel stable, whatever that is for you. Others of you, this is like your creative pursuits and what you're taking action on, and like your energy levels. And some of you, your physical health is affecting your work. But others of you, this is just like your energy, like there's no, and you might just not have a structure. Like some of you may need to get a better schedule when it comes to your work. It might not be working for you. It's blocking your creativity almost. But like her cup is open, this Queen of Cups. So I feel like you have a lot of creativity, you have a lot of options, you have a lot of like wanting to express and really kind of nurture something here. But this Knight of Wands is making me feel like you're kind of in and out, or you're not consistent enough with what it is that you're doing. So you might have to be a little bit more disciplined or have a little bit more willpower this month to get things done, or else you might find that you're kind of struggling a little bit. So, and this doesn't just have to be, this Five of Pentacles doesn't have to be financial struggle. This could be like energy and time and effort struggling. So, yeah, I just feel like there's more consistency or more structure that's needed when it comes to your money, career, finances, business, projects, because it's kind of in and out. It's all over the place. So let's look at your relationships, love and relationships. Now this could be romantic relationships. This also could be just like family, friends, people in your life. Okay, so take it how it resonates with whatever you're kind of looking for. Like some of you aren't looking for love. You might be in a relationship or you just don't care for a relationship right now. So this could be other people in your life. We have High Wraith, longing for home, homesick for the stars. We have the Eight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups. So some of you are looking for love, or you're looking for your people, your tribe, people who you feel you can connect with, people who you can have fun with. You might feel, some of you may feel like your connections are very superficial, or they don't have a lot of like depth to them, or they just like, you just don't feel like part of the pack, you know? So there might be a part of you that feels like an outcast, or feels like you don't belong, or feel like, again, like your connections struggle in some way. And I feel like that could change. With the Wheel of Fortune, it makes me feel like there could be a person that comes in along your path. I feel like you're looking for this. Like, I feel like this is something that, or someone, it doesn't even have to be anyone specific for some of you. Some of you are just like wanting people to connect with. And I think there could be someone you meet or you connect with. I feel like for some of you, you might have the same interests as this person. So maybe you meet them while you're doing something that is creative, or something that is fun for you, or something you enjoy to do. And it's like something they also enjoy to do. So there's like a sense of connection over that, whether that's romantic or platonic. But I feel like there's potentially a spark of a new person here, Page of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, that comes in that changes kind of your path. You're looking for this person though with this Eight of Cups. Like you're already on the trajectory, like I'm going out, gonna go find my 9 and 10 of Cups. Like, where are my people at? Where's my tribe at? Where's my love at? Whatever, right? And I feel like the universe is helping kind of bring in this person for you that I think you're going to be able to connect with better than maybe some of the people that you currently have in your life. So I feel like there's like progress to your relationships in some way, shape, or form. Now this person could be younger than you. You could be younger than them. There could be like an age. But I almost feel like for some of you, this is just like somebody who you can kind of be yourself with. You can be fun, creative, exciting with, like, you know, like you can kind of do fun things with this person. I feel like for some of you, you've been waiting for a while. Like I'm getting kind of like this wheel looks like it's kind of tied up and it's like not really like, it's not really working the way that it should. So I feel like for some of you, you felt like it's been a long time coming, waiting for this, whether that's love or a good solid friendship that you actually feel like you can connect with. Again, I feel like there's justice like coming in here, like things, bringing things into balance, bringing things into harmony, good karma. I feel like that definitely when it comes to your relationships. So, and we do have that like masculine, feminine vibe going on here. So I do feel like there is definitely a person, whoever that is, that you are connecting with. I also feel, I'm kind of getting like a timid energy off of this Page of Cups. So some of you could be nervous, or you might be kind of like insecure. We have that, the insecurities, push through any insecurities with that Cancer energy. So some of you could feel insecure with this connection off the start. I don't feel like it lasts. I just feel like it's like you might feel nervous all of a sudden if you meet this person, or it's unexpected or something. So it kind of like throws you off a little bit. Maybe you're really awkward with first encounters. I don't know. But yeah, it feels like there's definitely, I feel like someone who you're connecting and communicating with this month that I just feel like you actually can connect with this person, like on an emotional level. Like you have the same passions, the same interests, you connect the same. Like there's something about like an instant like connection with this person. But they're destined to meet, like with the Wheel of Fortune, it makes me feel like they're put in your life for a reason, for some reason, whatever that is. So let's look at your spiritual message. So this could just be like spiritual guidance, a healing message, something additional you need to hear. So we have divine timing, Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. So yeah, the universe is kind of like assisting you somehow. I also feel like there's good karma with that justice energy. We have the Seven of Cups, we have the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, if you're waiting for anything, there's a divine timing piece to it. Like Seven of Cups, Two of Wands makes me feel like some of you are like, where is this? Where's my money? Where's my finances? Where's my romantic partner? Where's my stability? You know, where's my abundance? Where's the growth in my life? It's coming. But there's a divine timing piece here. Some of you want a lot of different things. Like there's like a lot of, with the Seven of Cups, like there might be a lot. I also feel too like the universe might be saying like, get clear on what you want with the Seven of Cups, Two of Wands. Like if there's too much of like a scattered energy, then the universe might not necessarily know what it is that you want to have. I also feel like this could be a time where you're really being called to like look after yourself, nurture yourself, this Queen of Pentacles, and even that kite, we had that vacation. So it's like if you're going through anything or you're feeling overwhelmed emotionally or you're feeling lack in any sort of way, like definitely take a look at that and heal those aspects within yourself, like that, you know, whether it's the masculine or the feminine within you, like healing those things so that you can attract and bring in these new opportunities and these things that you're trying to manifest for yourself. But there is a divine timing piece. So it's like if things aren't fully happening the way that you want or like happening as fast as you want, I feel like it's because the universe is they're working on it. The divine is at work here. And I also feel like, again, it's like you've got the divine kind of happening in two places here. So some areas of your life might be progressing and other areas might not be. Like you might be like wondering, well, what about this area of my life? It's like, well, just hold on a second. Like the universe can only do so many things at once, you know? But making sure that you're in a healthy, high vibration is going to be important for manifestation as well. So I would say definitely in this pile, like making sure with this justice, like making sure that you're in balance, your energies, your frequencies are in balance, masculine, feminine, like you're being more balanced in your approach to life and things, and just putting in work, right? Putting in effort in areas of your life and being consistent and maybe having rituals and routines and looking after your body and your vessel and, you know, just making sure you are at least trying to get your shit together, right? And as long as you're doing that, the universe is going to be doing its part. But I do feel like there's some healing that needs to kind of be done here with this group, working through insecurities, past things that have happened that are kind of throwing your energy off a little bit. So I feel like your connections are actually moving in a better direction. I think your money career stuff can, if you can be consistent or you can have that like strength to be consistent or have a budget or, you know, have some sort of structure, I think it'll also take off. But it is asking for a lot of structure. Like there's something you got to figure out when it comes to that aspect of your life. Whereas your emotional space, I feel like the feminine energy seems really good. Like you're receptive to that. I feel like you can connect well, but it's more like your discipline and your structure around taking action on things seems kind of off. So just paying attention to those things, see if those themes kind of come up for you. If this doesn't resonate, it just might not be your reading, so you can check out any of the other piles. All of them are pretty different. So there might be a message over there for you in some of those. But if not, then yeah, let me know if this did resonate. If you have not yet subscribed and you enjoyed this reading, make sure you do so, because I do post pick a cards once a week. As well, I also do individual sign readings, so I will be doing individual sign readings for September as well. So if you want to see those, then definitely subscribe so that you get notified for those. So that's pretty much what I have for you, Group 3. Hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. If not, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.